He's Britain's best-loved composer. Think Last Night of the Proms. You're probably humming one of his tunes right now, and you'll definitely know his face. It's on the back of a £20 note. Can't be bad. He is Sir Edward Elgar. Welcome to the Great Music Show. Today I'll be introducing you to one of his most popular pieces, the Cello Concerto. I'll tell you everything you need to know about the man behind the music. So, were you humming along? Elgar's rousing Land of Hope and Glory, sung at the Last Night of the Proms in 2005, as it has been for a century. So now, in the next half hour, I'll be looking at how this self-taught composer, an outsider from the sticks, came to write some of Britain's most patriotic music, how he became one of the first stars of the recording industry, and how the horrors of the First World War affected his life and his music. And here's the best bit. I'll be introducing a classic performance from the BBC archive of today's featured piece, the glorious Elgar Cello Concerto, played by outstanding British cellist Paul Watkins. Take a listen to this. What an opening that is. You know, to me personally, Elgar's Cello Concerto is one of the most emotional pieces of orchestral music ever written. It just grabs you from the beginning. It's been called his Lament for a Lost World. It was completed in 1919, shortly after the end of the Great War. He was in his early 60s at the time, and some people have dubbed it his war requiem.
Get the best cello buzz out of playing the introduction to the Elgar Cello Concerto. From the moment I got a cello, and from the moment I started listening to cellists on record, those were the chords that I wanted to play in the way that, you know, a kid who perhaps has an electric guitar wants to play Queen or a Stairway to Heaven or something like that. This is the cello doing exactly what it does best.
Edward Elgar was born in this small house here in Broadheath, a few miles west of Worcester, on the 2nd of June 1857. In the distance, the Malvern Hills, a landscape that dominated Elgar's life and inspired so much of his music. The house is now a museum celebrating the life of one of Britain's greatest composers. It's open throughout the year. It's the place to come if you want to know more about the man and his music.
Here at the Elgar Birthplace Museum we have a wonderful collection of material that can tell us so much about Elgar as a composer and a man. He was a loving family man, he had a great wit, and many of his letters have on them small doodles or cartoons that really do reveal Elgar's sense of humour.
He sounded a really nice man, caring and to his friends and his family. Quite an ordinary man perhaps, but a genius.
I think he's British music, right down to the core.
You wouldn't get a Frenchman or a German writing that lovely rolling music, and I think he took an awful lot from Worcestershire, didn't he?
I thought he was quite a handsome man in his young days, really, you know, looking at his photographs, which was a bit of a surprise.
Music is in the air, Elgar once said. You simply take as much of it as you require. And if he did take his music from anywhere, it's more than likely to have come from these Malvern Hills. This is the place he returned to throughout his life, spending many solitary hours flying his kite, walking or cycling. This is Elgar's landscape, if you like, and it seems to me that there's a sense of it at the heart of so much of his music.